In this lesson, we're going to explore how to use flowcharts as a tool to help you take the root form of a verb and conjugate it for different tenses and different subjects. Let's get into it. One of the things that I find to be interesting about languages is the different structures that support its use, the rules that make the language what it is. And what's nice about language rules is that once you learn one, you get to use it many times. One single rule opens you up to many different applications and a variety of uses. That's what makes it powerful, and that's why we'll bring our sketchnoting tools to the table to help us understand, remember, and use those rules. The specific type of rule that we're exploring in this lesson is how to take the root form of a verb, an action word, and change it depending on the tense, past, present, future, etc., as well as the subject. I, you, they. In this case, I think a sketch-noted flowchart could come in handy as a way to summarize a verb conjugation rule in a visual way that's easy to remember. Here's how to go about creating one. First, you must find the rule. This is where your instructional resources will come in handy. The books or videos that you've gathered that specifically address how to learn your target language. Browse those resources until you find the section or sections that address verb conjugation. Then study a single rule until you understand it, taking rough sketch notes along the way. With this step, the goal isn't to create a succinct sketch-noted diagram of the rule you're learning, but simply to get to the point where you fully understand that rule. Once you're there, at that full understanding, then you can think about what type of flowchart or other diagram will best represent the rule you just learned. This is where you create a concise sketch note of the conjugation rule that you're focusing on. In addition to capturing that rule in a visual form, you might also want to note any exceptions to that rule. In most languages, exceptions do exist, times when the rule does not apply. So make sure to include those as well, so that you know and remember the limits of that particular rule. You might even start a collection of language rules, maybe a specific folder that you keep on your desk or a dedicated space on your wall where you study. Each time you come across a new rule and go through the steps I just outlined, add the final concise sketch note to that wall or that folder, and then once a week or once a month, spend a bit of time reviewing them to help solidify their home in your brain. I've shared some examples below of conjugation diagrams that I've created while learning French. So take a look at those and use them as models as you now take on this task for yourself. Go find those rules in your target language, study them until you understand them, and then create a succinct sketchnote diagram to help remember them. Good luck with that task, and I'll see you in a future lesson. Till then.